We're going to show you how to replace your cartridge on your DF SA110 tub and shower diverter. We're going to need to make sure that we have our new cartridges along with the nuts. The tools that we're going to need are a Phillips screwdriver, possibly a flathead screwdriver or a box knife with a sharp edge, and a wrench. The first thing that we need to start off doing is removing the screw covers. So you might be able to pop those off with your fingernail. If not, you might need a sharp object to pry those out so you can remove those. After you have those removed, we need to remove the screws so we can remove the handles. So we'll loosen those up. Then after we have those loosened, we can pull up on the handles to take those off. After those off, we'll have to remove the nuts. And so we'll need our wrench to loosen those up so we can screw those off. Then with the nuts removed, now we have to pull off the cartridges. And so you might be able, once again, to get those out. If not, you'll have to use a sharp object to be able to loosen that so you can pull those out. And make note that we'll need the arrow pointing out when we replace those. So now we have the cartridges out. You can see how it looks. So then we'll get the new cartridge. Like I mentioned earlier, make sure that the arrow is pointing out, pointing in the same direction, okay? So then we'll take the blue, the cold. Now the cold has to be pointing in the same direction also, so we make sure that the hole lines up, okay? So then we push those back in. Now you have the arrows pointing in the same direction. So after we have those lined up, we'll take the nut, tighten that down so we'll have the cartridge tightened in. Make sure that you push down a little bit so it sets in there. After you have those, give them a little bit of a turn, about a quarter turn, to make sure that it's tight so you don't have any leaking. Then after you have your cartridges in place, then we'll have to replace the handles. So we'll put the handle back on. And we'll get the screws lined up. After you get the screws lined up, tighten those in. Now we got the screws and the handles on. Then we'll take our hot and cold tabs, pop those back in, and you're good to go. Now you have your cartridge replaced.